I had some things I needed to do, so I ended up burning the midnight oil to get those sweaters knitted. I wonder if they'll actually suit them, though. Let's start by testing them out on the friendlier ones. This one's for Petal. Oh, and this one's for Darko. And this one's for Goldilocks. With any luck, that should see them through the winter. Then, come the spring, a new year will begin. And they'll be free to roam the wilds once again. You know, if you take one day at a time and be kind to the world, good things will come your way eventually. That might sound a bit naive, but I really do believe it. At least, it seems to have worked for me, you know? So, what do you usually prefer? Indoor or outdoor activities? Sounds like a plan. I don't really feel like spending my day running all over the place either. In which case, let's head to Komori Tea House. There's nowhere better to sit and chat quietly with a pot of tea. I'll head over there right now and get a few things prepared. Come and join me when you're ready. Oh, welcome. It must have been a while since you were last here. Since it's about time to eat, I couldn't resist whipping up a little something for us. So please, help yourself. I hope you enjoy it. And I can't claim to compete with the likes of Ouya Restaurant Chef, but I think I did all right. What's wrong? You look shocked. Whoa, there's been a misunderstanding. I admit, I may have added a few weird things to that hot pot, but it was just a game. For normal meals, I cook normal dishes. I am a housekeeper after all. Wouldn't have gotten very far without a few culinary skills. Anyway, please dig in. I won't get the chance to cook for you like this every day. Well, seems like my cooking has your seal of approval. You're welcome. When you're out adventuring on your own, you've got to maintain your quality of life. Take your cape, for example. I definitely see one or two loose threads there. If you ignore them, sooner or later the whole seam is going to come undone, and then you'll have a really tough time mending it. Let me sew it up for you later. I'm pretty handy with the needle and thread. Speaking of housekeeping, I can say with confidence that you won't find anyone as handy around the home as I am. Cleaning, cooking, and mending are among my greatest strengths. You can always feel free to hand me jobs like this. What is it? Wait, you're suggesting I teach housekeeping to the Ashiro Commission staff? I'm not sure it would work. I doubt anyone would sign up for that class. I just don't think it's realistic to change people's perception of me just by showcasing my housekeeping skills. I'm surprised that whole matter is still troubling you, actually. With that being said, finding an opportunity to share some housekeeping wisdom with the Yashiro Commission would certainly be in people's best interests. Life maintenance is important. You have to look after yourself if you're going to bring your best self to your work. You know what? Let's give it a try. But first, how do you think I should promote it? Alright then. If we're only opening this up to the Yashiro Commission staff, it shouldn't take too much preparation. Tables and chairs I can sort out easily enough, but we'll need to think some more about how exactly to promote this. Let's start by asking around at the Yashiro Commission headquarters.
Housekeeping, you say? You know, since it's Thoma teaching, I'd definitely be up for going. Unfortunately, I have quite a lot going on over the next couple of days. But could I swing by once my schedule's freed up? I'd definitely like to give it a try.
Oh, no problem at all. You can join whenever you like.
Thanks, Thoma. Also, this isn't really my place, but if you're starting a housekeeping class, haven't you thought about asking Furuta? As the Kamisato clan's butler, I'm sure she'd know a lot about housekeeping.
Sure. Let's go pay her a visit. Let's hope this goes smoothly.
Ah, Thoma, and a guest. This is a rare combination. Has something happened?
Oh, not at all. We were just thinking of starting a housekeeping class.
A housekeeping class? How wonderful! Do you know, I've always wanted to have Koharu learn from you. Oh, finally the time has come. I'm guessing you intend to open the class up to the whole Yashiro Commission? Not just housekeeping staff and servants, right? In which case, why don't you do a big spring clean of the commission itself? It would be a great way to showcase your methods. Seeing is believing, after all. You could spend a long time trying to convince them with words alone, or you could let them see you in action with their own eyes.
I like Furuta's suggestion, and it's not like we have a better idea anyway. In which case, heck, why not? Let's showcase the appeal of housekeeping for all in the Yashiro Commission to see. Let's get started.
What's this all about?
And the flowers will really flourish now that the weeds are gone. While we're here, though, we should water the trees. The whole Yashiro Commission looks as good as new. We had a lot of spectators, huh? I wonder if we managed to get any of them interested. Either way, thanks for your help. I usually handle all of this stuff on my own, but having you join me today was a pretty great experience. Well, here's hoping. I'll set out some tables and chairs tonight. I've got no idea how many people will show up tomorrow. Make sure you get some good rest tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. welcome. Don't be too upset. This is normal. With things like this, you can't expect to change people's views overnight. It takes time and effort. Well then, it looks like I'm all yours for this class. I mentioned earlier about sewing up your clothes for you, didn't I? I also want to take this opportunity to teach you how to knit a sweater. That way, you'll be able to make yourself some warm clothes before the winter comes. The fact that you're so ready to look out for me has already made me very happy. But really, it doesn't bother me at all. Once in a while, someone takes issue with my background, interests, or the nature of my work. And that's okay. You can't expect everyone in life to see things the way you do. People are always going to talk. It's in their nature, and you can't do much to stop them. I don't mind what they say about me. What I care about is the well-being of the Kamisato clan. But that's enough about all that. Come on, grab your needle and let's get knitting. Let's start with the classic stockinette stitch. First, wrap the yarn around, pull it through here, then hang it on the needle. Put your thumb on the yarn here, index finger here, and pull it tight. You learn pretty quick, but you need to pay close attention to this. Exactly, just like that. Now, set yourself a small goal to start with. For example, knit a scarf by the time winter arrives. Scarves are always a great choice. When it's finished, you can either wear it yourself or gift it to a friend. Just imagining it warms my heart. You know what? Let's give it a try. But first, how do you think I should promote it? You think so? In that case, I need to prepare. If I'm going to end up with a lot of students, I should make sure I have all the supplies I need for the class. Tables and chairs I can sort out easily enough, but I'll need to stock up on materials and ingredients for the textiles and cookery segments. Are you sure? That'd be greatly appreciated. Let's see. To start with, I'll be needing lavender melon, fowl, and flour. Once we have all our essentials, we can figure out the next steps. I really hope everything goes smoothly. Great! That's all the ingredients we need. Time to hit the streets and launch our grand advertising campaign. As it happens, I know someone in town who runs a textiles business. I'm sure she must know lots of people interested in housekeeping. So let's pay her a visit.
Welcome to Ogre Textiles and Oh, hi, Thoma. What brings you here? Looking to buy some fabric? We have a new batch in. It's a great choice if you're looking to make loungewear.
It sounds interesting. I'll take a look. But the main reason I'm here today, though, is to pick your brain about something.
Oh? And what might that be?
Well, we're thinking of starting a housekeeping class. Problem is, I'm not sure where to go looking for students, so I was wondering if you might help me spread the word. Among other things, I'll be teaching some handy sewing techniques, so providing everything goes smoothly, I'll be needing to buy quite a lot of fabric from your store. Do you think you'd be able to lend a hand?
Of course, it'd be my pleasure. And thank you for supporting my business, Thoma. As it happens, several of my regular customers do have an interest in housekeeping. After I've closed up for the day, I'll go and talk to them for you. I'm almost certain that they'll want to sign up. The only thing is, I'm not sure there's enough of them for a whole class. Ah, I know. Yuko is supposed to be very well connected in the community. Why don't you go and ask her?
Yuko? I'm sure I've heard that name somewhere before. So, she has an interest in housekeeping?
If I remember correctly. She mentioned in conversation once that she's tried knitting a sweater a few times, but just can't get the hang of it. With your housekeeping expertise, I'm sure you'd be able to get her interested.
Great. Thanks for all your help, Miss Ogura. All right, let's go try our luck with Yuko.
Honestly, my husband doesn't lift a finger around the house. The moment he's home on his day off, it's shoes off and straight to bed so he can just lie there doing nothing.
Ugh, I have one of those at home as well. I know his work is tiring, but recently I've been really struggling with all the housework. It's starting to give me a backache.
They act like it's our job, just because we do it. But nobody trained us, either.
Hello, ladies. Might I ask which one of you is Yuko?
Well, that would be me. Sorry, I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
I'm Thoma, the housekeeper for the Yashiro Commission. We're looking to start a housekeeping class at the Commission headquarters. I was just wondering whether that might be something that interests you.
Housekeeping? As a class?
That's right, yes. We'll be teaching a whole bunch of handy housework tips and tricks. Sweeping, mopping, laundry, cookery, that sort of thing. All based on my years of experience as a housekeeper. The class is free, of course. The only cost to you is the materials used during the class.
What do you think?
I think this is suspiciously coincidental.
Well, I'll be straight with you ladies. I believe the classes are free for a limited time only, right, Traveler? So far, attendance has been a little on the slow side, so we decided to start offering free trial classes. In other words, we won't charge you for the first few classes you attend. After the trial period comes to an end, and if you're still satisfied with the results, you can book more classes for yourself and complete the rest of the course. I'll be sure to give you a favorable price.
I see. It certainly sounds reasonable. But I have a question. Is this class restricted to women only?
Oh, not at all. It's open to people of all genders and ages. The way I see it, housework comprises an essential set of skills that no one could afford to be without. You've got to know how to look after yourself. Life should come before work, don't you think?
Well said. In that case, I'll bring my husband along. Sounds like he could learn a thing or two from you.
Me too. Oh, and while you're at it, have you thought about asking Nagano? I'm sure older folks like him would have time to attend. The more the merrier, right?
Thank you, Thoma. Please excuse us.
All right, I'll see if I can convince the older folks to come along and make up the numbers.
Housekeeping class, eh? I was handy around the home back in the day. Sadly, the older I get, the fewer things I'm able to do myself. You're very young. Are you quite sure you're up to the task of teaching housekeeping? It's not as easy as you might think.
I will do my very best. As housekeeper for the Kamisato clan, I've been honing my craft for a long time now. I believe I'm up to the task.
Very good, young man. Well then, I shall have to come and see for myself. If you're as good as you claim to be, I will encourage everyone I know to attend your classes. And if I find your skills to be lacking, I will be quite happy to teach a few things myself.
What can I say? We'll be honored to have you in attendance, sir. Well then, that will probably just about do it as far as promotion is concerned. Let's head back to the Yashiro Commission. To be honest, with this being my first time holding a class, I've got no idea how many people to expect. I just hope it goes well. Anyway, tonight I'll set up the tables and chairs, then tomorrow we can meet back at the Yashiro Commission headquarters. So, what do you think the turnout will be like? I sure hope so. We promoted it pretty hard after all. This is the weirdest feeling. Housekeeping has always been something I do alone, but now I'm about to face a class full of students. You'd better show up to class tomorrow. Welcome, one and all. This is my first time teaching a housekeeping class, just as I'm sure it's your first time attending one. I'd like to start from the theory, if I may, and talk a little bit about why mastering the discipline of housekeeping is such an important thing.
Quick, come in. Thoma started the class already. Well, of course. No one's ever held a class like this in the past. I saved you a place. Please take a seat.
The way I see it, housekeeping is a unique skill set that empowers you to set your life in order. Nowhere are these skills more pertinent than in the context of a marital relationship. In a marriage, the lives of two people become closely intertwined. If you can't look after yourself properly, that burden ends up being shouldered by your partner. This, in turn, will start to take a toll upon the relationship with... Huh? What are you doing here?
What the?
Huh?
I brought him. Didn't you say men can study housekeeping too?
Wipe that look off your face. Aren't you going to greet the teacher?
No, it's... I...
Darling.
Hello, teacher.
For the love of... Hello, teacher.
Well, hello, and welcome. Now that you're here, I expect you to pay attention and work hard. Well, let's keep going. Housekeeping is not difficult per se. The difficult part is consistency, keeping on top of it over a long stretch of time. To keep up with housework on an ongoing basis, you either have to love everything about it, or you need a few tricks up your sleeve to make things easier. So, for today's topic, we're going to focus on how to make light work of housework. Excuse me, you over there, focus, please. I like to see active engagement in my lessons. That is, unless some of you are looking to stay behind after class to catch up. Which one are you feeling? It's up to you. Okay, let's go straight there. I know Rito pretty well, so I'll give you the grand tour. Today's a rare day off, so above all, let's enjoy ourselves.
Why in the world can't I use my permit?
I haven't been to Rito in a long time, but it feels like the place hasn't changed at all. Then again, a long time for humans is a blink of an eye for the natural environment. Makes me wonder, what is Mondstadt like these days? Yeah, I actually grew up there. Later, my father moved back to Inazuma, and then we never heard from him. I wanted to take him some dandelion wine, so I took the boat here from Mondstadt. Unfortunately, We hit a huge storm on the way, which sank the boat. I fell unconscious, but was somehow lucky enough to float the rest of the way to Inazuma, on debris from the wreckage. Oh, I'll spare you the rest for now. Let me take you around. This is a branch of the Chuyu Trading Company based in Liyue. They sell ore from that region. I'm guessing you would have seen shops that look like this over there.
Ah, hello there. What brings the two of you all the way out to Rito today? Since you're here, you should pick out a special something. We've got some fantastic pieces in at the moment. Like this Noctilucus jade necklace, or this core lapis bracelet. They may not be top tier in terms of ore quality, but the craftsmanship is simply exquisite. Do either of them pique your interest?
I think both suit you very nicely. Ah, to heck with it. How often do we get to do this? We'll take them both. But you've got to be fair to us with the price, ma'am. My friend here is actually from Liyue.
Oh, really? Well, say no more, Thoma. I wouldn't dream of overcharging. How does this figure look to you?
It looks very reasonable. Deal. Now then, let me take you somewhere else. Back in its heyday, Rito always used to remind me of Mondstadt. Freedom of trade, freedom of culture, and freedom of lifestyle. This is the Sailing Breeze, a purveyor of Mondstadt wines. As it turned out, one of the first things that greeted me here when I arrived wasn't my father, but wine from my hometown. It must be said, though, the wines here aren't quite up to the Dawn Winery standard. Back when my father was still in Mondstadt, he used to talk fondly of the Angel Share. Of course, I was still a kid back then, so I never did get to join him for a drink. And now that I'm actually old enough, the opportunity is gone. I hope so. You've been to Mondstadt, right? I assume you've been to the Angel Share? I hear the owner's quite a formidable businessman. Given the chance, I'd love to meet him. When that day comes, we should also grab a drink. Wait, what am I saying? Maybe when you're older. Rito's been going downhill ever since the Sakoku decree took effect. The winds of freedom disappeared, and a dark gloom took their place. Ironically, though, it's that same gloom that really allows me to thrive here.
Sorry. I need to think about it.
Hi, Thoma. Out shopping with your friend? Can I get you anything today?
Which one should I choose?
Oh, why not? I'll take that toy fox. The Sakoku decree has not been good for business. Merchants have faced hostility at every turn. That's why the International Trade Association got together. Here we are. Bet this takes you back, huh? We sure did. Katsuie from the Kanjo Commission was persecuting those poor merchants. Well, until you stepped in, of course. A lot of people in Rito are still very grateful to you for that. They ask me about you sometimes. If you're interested, I could set up a meal for all of us if you'd like.
Excuse me, Thoma? It is you! What a coincidence! I was just about to send someone to deliver a gift to you.
I don't believe we've met. And if there's a gift involved here, I'm not sure I've earned it. Is there something I can do for you?
No, you don't know me, but I've heard of you before. I ran into some trouble a while back, asked Kurisu for some help, and he said you were the one that resolved the situation. If you're on the receiving end of someone's kindness, you can't let it go unacknowledged. So, I tried to pick out something that I thought you might like.
Something you thought I might like?
That's right! So here it is. Some confectionery from Yume no Tenenan, a fine purveyor of Inazuman delicacies. Each one costs a small fortune. I thought this would be the only fitting way to repay someone of your stature. Not to mention that the value of your assistance far outweighs the value of my gift. Do you like it?
I don't know how you did it, but you managed to cater to my taste perfectly. I humbly accept your gift. Keep up the good work in your line of business, and if you have any further problems, feel free to come find me.
I will. Thanks again, Thoma. I'll leave you in peace now. Have a good day!
You too. Goodbye. Pretty high energy guy, huh? You want to try? This store is indeed renowned in Inazuma. In fact, demand is so high that it's very difficult to come by their products. They're all handmade by top chefs, and the flavor is as authentic as it gets. Great! I'm glad you like it. I'll see about trying to make my own recipe when I get the chance. They're made from a traditional family recipe, though, so replicating them won't be easy. Okay, that about wraps up our nostalgia trip to the International Trade Association. I think we've seen just about everything there is to see in the city. Let's keep heading this way. We don't get to hang out all that often. It'd be a shame to head back so soon. With the change of seasons, retail gives me a different feeling each time I come. Maybe it's not entirely to do with the seasons. Anyway, the main point is, I'm happy to be here with you this time. I come to this place every time I visit Rito. The view here isn't as spectacular as on Narukami Island, but if you're looking for a relaxing spot, you can't beat this one. I believe that the Sakoku decree will be repealed one day, and this place will flourish again like it did in the old days. When the winds of freedom finally blow away the gloom, I think I'll have to ask my lady for a long vacation, so I can take a trip back home. Alright, time to call it a day. Let's head back. Not ready to leave yet? Come to think of it, I do have a couple more places I could take you. Oh, there's no need for that. The whole reason I took you out was to thank you for all the help you gave us during the Vision Hunt decree. As long as you enjoyed yourself, that's all I could ask for. You don't have to give me a gift. Really? Okay, well, now I'm excited. Oh, my. It's... This really... Oh, I wasn't expecting this. I'm a little lost for words. This gift is... invaluable. Oh, I know, but I don't mean its material value. I'm talking about its value to me specifically. Let me put it this way. The confectionery I received from that merchant earlier, thoughtful gift, don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, I know it's mostly transactional. I helped him out, so it's standard procedure for him to get a gift from me in return. Also, he picked a brand of fancy confectionery that he thought would meet me at my level, and make it easier for him to approach me with any future requests. If you lend Mora to someone, you can guarantee that any gift you receive in return will have been chosen according to its material value. But the gift you just gave me can't be weighed in the same terms. Oh, okay, well, at least take this in return. It's an omamori I always carry with me. Again, nothing expensive. But it can bring the bearer good luck. Seriously, I'm not making that up. My father told me. He gave it to my mom, and she gave it to me just before I came to Inazuma. Who knows? Maybe this omamori was the only reason I survived the storm and made it to Inazuma in the first place. Whatever the truth of it is, I'd like you to have it.